everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. This is Vdiffuser. In our last episode, we started the trial. Angel's star has made a right mess of things. And it's time for us to figure out why she has such a big grudge against prosecutors. Mr. Wright, are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. There he is. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. And they're wrong. It's not the red that does it, it's the cloth. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. And they lied to you. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look and see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. They're hard to slip out, huh? So what's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen in their last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people's, compadre? Oh. You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing one. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? I seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing one. So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. What are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. No, we're actually swimming in concrete now. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. He's already got his zombie face. Something going wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. It can't be! This can't happen! I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well, then I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knocky knocky. Who's there? Who are you? There? Oh. What's with this guy? Strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. This guy usually makes people think their game crashes because there's just so much time he spent silent. Who on earth is he? You see what I mean? Oh, it's you! You see? Oh! Oh, sorry I'm late, Archie. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, Archie? How you been? Swim much these days? Oh, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, schmizzy, Archie. My boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Archie seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Aha! So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all the trouble, eh? Well, you know we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! Little worthy? Mr. Wright! You don't know the district chief of police? No. Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. And he likes to stare. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet everyone. So, to what do we owe the honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that. Oh, but to think it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. All little worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing. Even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief! What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Wow, he got you shut up quite quickly. Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. Man, you got your bases covered. But that's not fair. On the day of the crime, your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean this mess up. That you made. This is the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at this blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Well, I think all you have to do is push the switch, and... I cut my finger, Mr. Wright. I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but I cut my finger. I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. It is another tutorial. Ah, don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip's broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? SL92. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I'd like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between prosecutors and the police? And this knife? Sure thing, not a problem, not even a little one, really. Well, he seems to be in good spirits. Hey, this knife's special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between the knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess! Time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Mum's the word. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Aji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! 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 Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we'll understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Okay, we are all filled up from that. The knife is special, but I can't say where. Special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler! Now, unless there's evidence to prove a connection between the knife and Goodman. Let's see. 2, 3, 4. What a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Archie? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This gets sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Alright, where's the victim was found? So, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Yes. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Righto? I can't say I've heard of it. Guess I should ask again once I've learned a bit more about the evidence room. Oh, there's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found. Press it. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it a connected case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that'll give us a clue. Alrighty then. Let's see. What a mess. Now we can actually ask again. We know where the victim was found. We know when the victim was died. How was the victim killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we call in the Force a stabbing with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit we're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. There are two more similarities between the two causes of death than the cause of death. Yeah, 5:15. Alrighty. Let's see, what am I doing? Let's see. Resent. It's upside down. We have SL9 here. No, damn it. Ah! Hang on. Okay, I have to take a look at this. Let's examine the knife again. It says SL9 too. I've seen something like this before. We know what this is. Hang on one moment. Alright, here we go. Hang on, let me do this. This should do it. There. Wait a second. At last, an honest-to-goodness objection. Gave me a little worry because, for a bit, I thought you couldn't figure that out. Because the person who's playing this hasn't played this case in quite some time. This knife has something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? An honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great. It reads SL9 too. And this is important. Why? Well, over here we have a memo that was on the body of the victim. It's upside down. 6 minus 7 is 12/2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on this photo makes it look like it's right side up. Turn it around and what do you get? Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing as written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win. What game's this guy playing? The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day, blah, blah, blah. I'm at a loss for words. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We know when the victim died. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. The time of the crime, 5:15. It's not officially linked, so I can't talk much about it. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife, what was it doing there? Oh, come on. This is why this case takes so long. Yeah, it's tangled. Okay, come on, hang on. I believe this is what we have to do now. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm chief of police. I can't just say anything, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I'd better get to the bottom of it. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's and one at the... That can't be a coincidence. And that knife, what was it doing there? Oh, come on, guys! Okay, then I had to actually press on the evidence room thing. It was stolen from the evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. You have to press these exactly right, otherwise you're not going to get where you need. We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. It's not officially linked, so we can't do that. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Hey, you don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. This knife found in the stop lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him a case number on the knife's evidence bag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed at the very same evidence room. Indeed, there do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. Don't ship us, please. Everybody else already does. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief! I request you release your information on the victim of the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well. The victim's ID number. How about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Oh, yes, we will! Yes, we will! We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. That's long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Oh, does it tell me? This does tell me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning, we have an ID number. Witness? What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news? Come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered. At the same time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm not part of the police department. I'm a defense attorney. This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Wait! The ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 8... I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right again. The number the police chief gave was 584282189. Oh, wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, ho, ho, ho! Sharp as a tack, Righto, sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman's our victim. He was killed at 5:50 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location. Order! Order! Chief, what does this mean? What I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. And I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have you heard that name before? Sir! There he is. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief. Sir, get your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. Your officer, he told me that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He seemed challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence on duty on your part, Worthy. But, sir! You could have submitted this report this morning in the court as evidence. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before trial. This report wasn't on that list. So what does that mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over there. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! It seems we've come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time. Really. You've my profound apologies, sir. Or Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I'll grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. To be continued. Alrighty, we finally got through that. In our next episode, it's back to investigating for us. See you guys then.